Hello everyone, welcome back to the ReactJS course. So in the last couple of videos, we have introduced MySQL Workbench with ReactJS. So we had this Node.js server in between the ReactJS front end and our database, which resides in MySQL Workbench. And we learned how to be able to communicate or even add data and retrieve data from our database using endpoints and the Node.js server, of course. So that was a simple and basic application on how a front end and a back end work together using, of course, a server in between. So now in this video and the next couple of videos that are going to come next, we are going to introduce React.js with Firebase. So what is Firebase? Firebase is a tool for developed by Google to help mobile developers and application web apps to be able to scale their apps and have a lot of if you want services to be used without extra effort. So it kind of sometimes simplifies the work of the developer. So it offers a lot of features and a lot of services. For those of you who know AWS, it's kind of the same concept. So we are going to today have an introductory video on Firebase and having to set it up with our React.js front end. So first of all, you need to go to your Firebase console and sign into the Google account. And then we are going to create our first project. I'm going to name it React.js project. And I'm going to click on continue, and let me select the default account for Firebase, and I'm going to create the project. So that could take a couple of seconds to be done. So now Firebase is creating our first project, and we are going to go now to the console of our first project. So this is finishing up. Okay, so the project is ready. Now we click on continue, and you should get this console if you want this dashboard where you have like a couple of categories that we are going to use in our next videos. We have here a database, we have storage, we have functions, and so on. So these are going to be in the next videos. So today is just an introductory video on Firebase. So let's start by creating and adding our first application to the project. So as you can see, you can add a couple of how many applications you want. So we are going to first add a web app. So I'm going to have it named as React.js project as the name of the project. It doesn't need to be like this. So first let's register the app. And then after that, they are going to give us the steps to do to be able to add Firebase into our project. So let me copy this into the terminal. So now I've created a simple and a clear React app into my terminal. So here I've named it Firebase project. So let me first cd into this project, and then I'm going to npm I Firebase. I'm going to pause the video and go back again so when it is done. Alright, so now that the installation has been done, you can see that it took a bit of time to be installed, and here I just repeated the installation. If it happens to you, just repeat the installation because your Wi-Fi might be a little bit slow. So to be able to see if the Firebase has been successfully added to the dependencies, we can go and check in the dependencies of our React.js project. You can see that Firebase has been added, so that is perfect. Now after that, we go back to the setting up of our React.js project with Firebase, and you copy paste also this couple line of codes here, and we go back to our project in React.js, and you click on new file, and you add in a file called, if you want, you can name it whatever you want, but it is advisable to call it firebase.js, and just copy paste everything that you got. These are the credentials of your project. So to be able to use the database, storage, and everything of your project on Firebase, you need to add in these Firebase configs that map into your project. And if you had a Google account that had couple of Firebase projects in the same account, you need to differentiate them from each other, and this will create your app. And also we won't be using analytics, but you can keep this line of code. So that was it for this video. We had to set up the if you want the steps to be creating a Firebase project using React.js. So the next videos we are going to learn more about Firebase and what it could actually offer to developers. So I'll see you in the next videos.